The basic idea is that the electric field is the agent that exerts an electric force on a charged particle for the field model. So the electric field is just the field that is a field that is affected by electromagnetic forces, mainly from charged particles. A charged particle is basically an object that has more or less electrons than their neutral state, and the electric force is that force created is that force exerted by that charged particle that we are focusing on. Or if you prefer, that charged particles interact via the electric field. So basically what that is saying is that the particle that we're focusing on alters the space around it. And it is this alteration of space that affects the whatever second object is there, instead of that first object directly affecting the subject. A second object is the first object, which alters the field, and that field affects the second object. So it says that we postulate some set of charges, which we call the source charges, alter the space around them by creating an electric field E at all points in space. So that's basically saying just that that one charge that we are focusing on changes the space around it, so that any object in that area would be affected by that alteration in space. And a separate charge Q in the electric field experiences force exerted by the field. So this again stating that whatever second object could be near that object and experiences that alteration in the field has that force exerted onto it by the field. And the force on a positive charge is in the direction of E, and the force on a negative charge is directed opposite to E. So that's referring to the whole opposite charge force. So if it was depending on the original source, the positive charge, depending on the original source, it was positive, negative. Positive would point in one direction. So if it was the source was positive, then the positive would point in the direction away from the source, and the negative would be in the opposite direction, which is toward the source. Thus, the source charges exert an electric force on Q through the electric field that they have created. So again, just stating that that source charge, the charge that we are focusing on, exerts an electric force, so a force that's just created by charges on Q, which is just some secondary particle or object, through the electric field that they've created. So that again is just saying that source charge changes the field, which then affects the second object or particle.